use the product? Is that even possible? And if so, how? How do you recommend a product, something honestly and ethically, when you haven't even used it yourself? Like, how do you even do that? Well, the answer to the first question, it's a resounding yes. Yes, you can promote something you haven't personally used. And in fact, I highly recommend it. And the how, well, that's what this lesson today is all about. For those of you joining us live, welcome. Say hey to us. Let us know where you're joining us from. As always, well, we'll talk about this later, but as always, up till now, I'm joined by Robbie Miles. Welcome, Robbie.
Hey, it's good to see you. And we actually have somebody in the waiting room right now.
Uh-oh,
Should I let
who
him
is it?
in?
Who is it?
It's Alan.
Alan. Okay, Alan, if you can hear me, send me a text and let me know if you have a hard stop. Otherwise, come back in like a little bit over half an hour. So yeah, I'm like, it's like, is Alan really there? Is this Alan figure? Is this just somebody that Matt's made up? No, there really is an Alan Thomas. And Alan, we've actually got some, Alan, I want you back later because we've actually got some big news that I was not planning on sharing today, but since he's going to be joining us, I might as well. So I got big news, guys, later in this Facebook Live. So make sure you stick around. But this is Robbie's last Facebook Live. So I want you guys, please, he's texting me. Yep, let's see. He says I'm here. Super not helpful. No, I'm just kidding. So one of the things Alan knows is when I make fun of you, that means I like you. Anyway, please stick around to the end because we're going to take some time to send Robbie off properly. Maybe embarrass him a little bit. We are going to talk about promoting a product as an affiliate that you haven't personally used. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But at the end, we are going to send Robbie off because Robbie is he's just got an amazing opportunity and awesome. He has a hard stop at 3 p.m. So yeah, come back around, about 2:35, 2:40, Alan. But yeah, Robbie's got an amazing opportunity. One that, I did everything I could. He joked with me. He's like, I know I'm leaving money on the table. And it was like one of those things where it's like, more freedom, more time off, and all the mores except for one thing. And I'll let Robbie tell you a little bit about that, a little bit later. But it's just something I'm really excited for him. Little bit not excited because as I'll share later, just how much, Robbie has meant to our company. If you see any level of organization inside of our company, and you do, and I know our clients love us, and we hear all the time from our clients, like, you guys are so organized and put together, and it's like everything flows. I'm like, that's not me. That is the systems that Robbie has put in place. And so we'll talk more about his new opportunity, his new venture here in a little bit. I'll just say this. They're getting somebody that's going to completely transform the company, which I'm excited about for them. So today's topic, can you promote something you haven't personally used? That is a question I get all the time. I know, Robbie, we get asked this once a week, probably, maybe, at least twice, 3 times a month. And from not only from new affiliates, but like experienced affiliates, well, Matt, I've been doing affiliate marketing for 7 years and I've only promoted products that I've used personally. In fact, I was talking with one of our clients yesterday in our Your Affiliate Launch Coach program. And by the way, hey, Maria, hey, Jim, and hey, Eric, good to have you guys on here. Olston, Kentucky. Yeah, I remember that. I asked you how far is that from Somerset. And they got a response. These clients got a response, and said, I only use products that I have personally used. Now, this example, and we'll talk about like why you would do this. This company, they teach interior design at a cost. Their course is about $500 compared to say paying $20,000 for a professional interior designer.
You can't even get a picture for your wall for that much.
And this person is an interior designer. And the interesting thing is, if you're an interior designer, why would you have personally used their course? And so we'll talk about that, but they say this. They say, well, I only use products that I've personally used as a way of adding credibility to what they're promoting. They've used it, they've experienced, they can recommend it firsthand. And I totally understand that. The very first affiliate product I ever promoted many moons ago. What does that even mean, by the way? Is it like the cycles of the moon?
Yeah, exactly.
I know what it means. Like, it means a long time ago, but it's like, where did they come? Many moons. Like, the moon's always there. And I guess cycles of the moon ago is too long of a phrase, but many years ago, I had the most success that, probably of any promotion I've ever done, promoting Michael Hyatt's 5 days to your best year ever. And my success, no doubt, was due in large part to my personal experience with the product. I said, this product, here's what it did. It helped me set goals. And I remember one of the emails that I sent out promoting it, that the year after I took his course, I paid more in taxes than I made the year before. And taxes that I know of didn't go up that year. It was just that I made a lot more money. And I was happier and healthier and had more hair. That's probably not true. It's kind of getting bad back here, actually. But my wife started buying me specific types of shampoo recently. What are you trying to say, baby? Anyway, it was due to my personal experience. But is there ever a time when you can promote something that you haven't used? And is it even honest and ethical to do so? Like, some people believe it isn't. My answer, as you might imagine, is yes and yes. Absolutely, you can. And I believe you can do so honestly and ethically. And I'm going to share how today. So first off, why would you promote something that you haven't used? Well, reason number one, it ain't about you. As we would say down south, at least, it ain't. It's not about you. It's about your audience. Your job is to recommend products that are best for your audience, not you. You are likely at a very different stage right now than your audience is. You are somewhere between 6 months and 6 years ahead of them. A lot of my audience, a lot of you were wanting to learn how to start an affiliate program or get started in affiliate marketing. I started doing that 16 years ago. The products that I would recommend now for you are maybe not the products I used 16 years into it. If somebody is just starting to exercise, I would not recommend a $4,000 gym. I would not recommend that they have the equipment that I have today, that I built up over the course of a couple of years. Why? Because that's a barrier to entry. Like, seriously, just do some push-ups and some body weight squats and, do something that you don't need equipment for. Oh, now you need a few weights. Go buy a set of dumbbells. That I don't know how much my set of dumbbells cost. Couldn't be more than $150. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. But it wasn't that much money. And then, okay, so you need something, like go run outside. Don't buy a treadmill. Oh, it's cold. Go run in place inside for a few months and build up your cardiovascular stuff. Then you can go spend, $2,000 on a treadmill. All right. Don't let the things that you use dictate what you recommend to your audience. I still recommend, and until recently, and I still do recommend it on some level, but until ConvertKit added, I think it's up to 1,000 subscribers completely for free, I recommended MailChimp for a long time when we didn't even use it. Well, why would you do that? You don't even use the product. Because at that time, you had to pay for ConvertKit from the beginning. So if you had 2 subscribers, you paid like $10 a month. And for a lot of people, that's a barrier to entry. So I said, go use MailChimp. It's like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers completely for free. Just sign up with MailChimp. Why? Because that $10 a month is not a barrier to entry. Is MailChimp as good as ConvertKit? Absolutely not. Is it as advanced? Can you do all the fancy things that we do today that I still don't understand? No, you can't. Does it have the cool reports that ConvertKit has? No. But if you're starting out, $10 a month is a bit of a barrier. So we recommended MailChimp. It's why I recommend iDev Affiliate, because iDev Affiliate, if you're looking to start an affiliate program, it's like $150 one time. I don't even know if it's that much. It's pretty inexpensive versus Keep and Fusionsoft, which is like $500 a month or something.
Yes.
The second reason you would promote something that you haven't used is you don't have time to review everything. Okay. There is no time in the day. You come to me, I say, I've got this product and it does this, and this. I can't review that. I don't have the time for it, but I can rely on other people's experience. And we'll talk about that more in a moment. You can use other people's experience. So the big question is, when is it okay to promote a product if you haven't used it before? I've got, I think, 6 criteria here that I want to share with you, if I counted correctly, for when it's okay to promote a product that you haven't used yourself. Now, just to be clear, you don't have to have all 6 of these. All right. These don't all have to be true, but I would recommend at least 2, maybe 3 of these should probably be true. So when is it okay to promote something you haven't used? Number 1, you know the product creator. All right. So again, this doesn't have to be true. Just to be clear, if, I don't know the product creator, it's Adidas, and I don't know Adi or Das. I think that was their names, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm not up to history. Sorry, Adidas, even though you're a former client like 10 years ago. I'm not up to speed on your history. But so if somebody looked that up, I'm pretty sure it was brothers named Adi and Das. And I don't know either one of them. I don't know Phil Knight, but I'm still going to promote Nike. This one thing doesn't have to be true. But if it is, great. If you know, like, and trust the product creator, you can speak to his or her knowledge, his or her skills and integrity, even if you haven't used their product specifically. For example, Stu McLaren, now a client, but 5 years ago when he launched his Tribe course, teaching people how to start a membership course, I'd never been through Tribe. The course didn't even exist yet, but I knew Stu had spent the last 10 years teaching this stuff in private groups. I knew the course was going to be amazing. Brian Dixon, good friend of mine. I haven't personally been through his Amplify Method course, but Brian and I, we've been in a mastermind group together. He's a dear friend of mine. I have no problem at all recommending his content. No problem at all recommending his products, because I know the type of person he is, and I know how he's going to treat my audience when I refer them. Secondly, you have experience with similar products from the company. So similar to what I just talked about, right? Thank you. Adi Dassler. Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was 2 brothers.
Oh no, the brother started Puma.
That's right. He started Puma. Yeah, I remember that now. One of my favorite podcasts is a podcast called Business Wars, and they had one on Adidas versus Nike. And that's why I knew just enough of the story. All right. So similar to number 1, you have experience with other products. So if I have, you joked with me, am I going to find a way to work the switch pod into this?
I knew it was coming. So got it ready.
I was not going to use this example, but if I bought the switch pod from Pat Flynn and it's amazing, and I'm like, yeah, I love this. And then he comes out, what's that little thing that I still haven't bought one, but the little bally thing. Ball?
Yeah.
Let me see that. Here. All right, cool. I can honestly recommend that, even though I've never used it, because I know the quality of product that he's putting out. Yeah. All right. So you can honestly assume that the quality and value will be consistent from one product to the next. My microphone, it's not even made anymore. I don't use the replacement, but I can honestly recommend it because I know how good this one was. PLF, product launch formula. We're going to be promoting that in a couple of months. The 2021 version. Here's a little secret. I am not going through the 2021 version. I've been through the 2015 and the 2019 versions. I don't need to go through the 2021 version. I know it's going to be amazing because Jeff is amazing. All right. Kevin Harrington and Zig Ziglar, Secrets of Closing the Sale Masterclass. When that came out, it was a brand new course. No one had ever used it. But hundreds of affiliates were willing to promote the launch because they had used other products from Kevin or Zig. Most of them were like, Zig changed my life. And they'd read the book and they'd been through this and this and this. You can honestly recommend the product. Thirdly,
on that before we get to the third one, Gwen asked, do you ever recommend 2 competing products in the same post and then give people a choice based on what they need?
I'm going to talk about that.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about that. Don't let me forget. I think I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that, Gwen. And thank you for the compliment, Maria. That's awesome. And thank you, Chad. It's a Native American phrase. Thank you. All right. Third, someone who's used the product. So if I know that Robbie loves the Switch Pod, and in fact, every time he goes live on Facebook, he somehow ends up talking about it. We were joking earlier. It's like an inside joke at this point. If I know that, then I can honestly recommend it. It's the same thing. If you tell your friend, you tell someone that your friend went to the new restaurant and who said it was amazing. That's a secondhand testimonial, and secondhand testimonials, those are valid testimonials, especially when you know and like and trust the person who's making the recommendation. It works. So if you know someone who's used the product, but you haven't personally used it, their endorsement is enough to give you the confidence to promote it. Plus, you can use their success story in your marketing. Like my friend Robbie, he did this workout and it changed his life, and he did it while using a SwitchPod. All right. Fourth, your audience raves about it. So if I come on here and I'm on Facebook and I'm talking about, email, and all of you are saying, ConvertKit's amazing, ConvertKit's amazing, ConvertKit's amazing. Can't I honestly recommend ConvertKit at that point when my audience is raving about it? Now, I might want to do a little bit of, due diligence. Maybe I want to know a few of these other things, like my audience is raving about it, and I have a good friend who's used it. And number 5, they have reviews available and it rates well. So if you read their reviews and it rates 3 out of 5 stars, but it has 917 reviews and it's 4.9. I can honestly recommend something like that. If I'm in the market for a new SUV, all right. Side note, I'm in the market for a new SUV. This is actually a real thing.
That's funny.
We're looking at, at some new SUVs. We want
my
one
minivan is getting built today.
Yeah. Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have an Acura RDX, and if anybody knows those, they're like little nuggets. You travel for more than 3 days, you can't fit your luggage in it. So, and as we start traveling more for soccer, gosh, it's amazing. Like how much crap we have to take, that you don't have to take when you're going on like a 3-day business trip. Because you got the chairs and all the soccer stuff and all that. And the night games are cold. So they have to have their cold. Everybody has to have their cold stuff for night, but the day games are hot. So you have to have that. It's just a mess, right? So let's just say, like us, maybe you're looking at the Lexus RX, right? I have never personally owned a Lexus RX. Never owned one. But guess what? I can go to this thing called the internet. And I can look up on JD Power and what is that website called? JD Power, Consumer Reports. And then the other one that I just can't think, Car and Driver magazine. I can look up and see, oh my gosh, this rates really well. Not only does Lexus have a great reputation, Toyota, makes Lexus, not only do they have a great reputation for building great vehicles, but this particular model rates incredibly well. And I can have confidence that, okay, we're not going to have issues with this vehicle. And in fact, their 2018, 19, 20, 21 models all rate so well that I can be pretty confident that it's not going to fall apart in 4 years. That kind of goes back to the owning a previous thing. We've owned Lexuses, so we know, like, oh my gosh, they're well made. Like we had one, we drove that thing till it was like 200,000 miles and never had any issues with it. I mean, other than just, the stuff that's supposed to fall apart at 100,000 miles fell apart at 100,000 miles. Whoop-de-doo, right? It was a great vehicle. Right. So we love it. We have friends who own Lexus RXs. Edmunds rates it high. Car and Driver, like it's Consumer Reports. So if you're looking at purchasing a slightly larger, not RX, LX. What am I talking about? RX, LX, the bigger one. If you're looking at that, I can feel confident in telling you this would be a great purchase. Does it necessarily mean it's the best one? Maybe not, but it's the best one if you kind of like that style and you like those features and you don't want it to fall apart in 3 years or spend like $10,000 over the next 3 years repairing it. The same goes for promoting products as an affiliate. This is what you and I do all the time when we go to Amazon. We read the product reviews and we determine whether or not those reviews are convincing enough to purchase the product. So likewise, if you're going to promote a product you haven't used before, you can feel confident in promoting the product if there are other people that have shared their good experiences. And so I know for us, when we're looking at a product, we kind of look around a little bit, like, okay, what are the reviews? What are people saying online? Are they getting a bad rap? If so, I don't want to be associated with that. And then the sixth thing is if you can get a sneak peek at the product. All right. Now, this isn't going to necessarily be true with physical products. Adidas is probably not going to send you free shoes when you're starting out in the affiliate world. They're not going to send you free anything. Trust me, I try all the time because I love Adidas. But they're probably not going to. But maybe you can get access to like the first module of a course or a few of the lessons. Maybe you can get, if it's like a food, I don't know, like get the little sample, right? On the toothpick as an example. Anything that gives you confidence in promoting it. And remember, only 2 of those 6 really need to be true. If you get 3 or 4, awesome. If only one of them's true, maybe, like, think about it. If you know the product creator, what are the odds that you're not going to get access to at least kind of take a sneak peek at it? If they have great ratings, what are the odds that someone in your audience isn't raving about it? Whoa, that was weird. And again, the Lexus RS or LX example is right. I mean, I don't know the creators of Lexus, but I can read the ratings. I know people who have it. We've owned a similar product, we get to test drive it. That's a sneak peek. That's 4 of the 6 things. Like after all of those, I'm pretty confident. I've created a checklist, by the way, you can use to evaluate any potential affiliate programs. All right. So anything that you might be promoting, including products that you haven't used personally, this checklist will go through. I think there's 10 criteria on there, and you go through and you score it and you say, okay, at the end of this, I scored a blank, and we tell you like, this is a green light. It's green light, yellow light, red light. Green light is, yep, you should definitely promote that. Assuming it fits your calendar, all in. Red light, of course, the flip side is do not under any circumstances promote this until you fix some of those things. And then the yellow light's like there's some nuance, right? Maybe this scored a 2, but now, if I can get that to a 3, then I can promote it. So Robbie put the URL in the chat there. It's just mattmcwilliams.com/what to promote. And go to that, grab that checklist. Make sure you download that. Now, not only can you promote products you haven't used, it's probably a must over time. Okay. You could be missing out on some like epic affiliate promotions if you don't. So how do you promote them? I've got some key points to share with you here. Number 1, acknowledge that you haven't used this specific product and why. Okay. Be honest. Don't try to pretend.
Yeah, that just
like
ruins things.
I'm promoting the Lexus LX. I am not going to pretend like you know what? The reason I'm promoting this is because I drive my Lexus. I don't even have one yet. I don't have one. So I'm not going to pretend like I do. I'm going to say, listen, I don't have one. I hope to own one in 3 to 6 months. I have ridden in it a couple of times. I don't think I've test driven it. I haven't, but I've ridden in one a few times when we were at Blackberry Farm. And they are sweet. I didn't know leather seats could be that soft. Anyway, like, I don't know. It's like, they're like coating those things in butter or something. I don't know how they do
awkward.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're coating them in something else. Leather softener, perhaps. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Anyway, I can say that honestly, right? Use it as an opportunity. So back to the PLF example I mentioned earlier, and we're going to be promoting it in 2 months. I haven't been through Product Launch Formula 2021, but I've been through 2 of the last 4 previous editions. It's been worth millions to my business. I know the 2021 version is going to be a little bit better. In fact, I have some inside knowledge on that, but that's neither here nor there, because there are some new sections that weren't in the 2019 version. Yeah. I can't wait to go through them myself. So I'm going to use that as an advantage. Why am I going to upgrade to the 2021 version? Because I want to go through this new stuff and I believe it's worth the price. So just be honest and acknowledge that you haven't used it. Secondly, highlight the reason why you believe in it. All right. Without personal experience, you don't have a story. So you can't be like, I took this course 3 years ago and paid more in taxes the next year than I, made the year before. You don't have a personal story, but maybe your audience members do. So interview somebody, use their stories, right? Talk about the ratings and reviews, use what you can, find the assets. I believe in this product because it rates 4.9 out of 5 stars with 4,000 testimonials. I have the what do you call that thing? It's like for dips and pull-ups, and like it's got like a decline ab thing, and all kinds of stuff, right? It's like a 4-in-1 thing, right? Why did I buy that? Because it literally had like 4,000 reviews, 3,996 of them were 5-star, and then the other 4 were all 1-star.
Right.
I actually tried the reviews. I try to read are the 3 stars. This had like no 3-star reviews. It was like 4 people said it came broken in the box, and I'm going, this thing's coming from China, and 4 out of 4,000, and there's probably another 25,000 who got this product and didn't leave a review. So 4 out of 40,000 were broken when they came. I'm like, that's a really good percentage when you were circumnavigating the globe to get this product to the United States. I'm good with those numbers, and so like you highlight that 4.9 out of 5 stars. This has got to be amazing. Highlight your relationship with the person, right? Stu McLaren, like I didn't use it. I didn't use Tribe, but I focused on Stu's experience and how much I learned from him. Why do you believe in this? What is that reason of those 6 things? What are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons that you just are like, I'm all in on this? This is why I believe in it. It rates well. I know the person. I've had a similar product and it was amazing. Whatever it is, whatever it is, focus on that. Focus on that. That is huge. All right. The third thing, and this really only applies to courses, but go through the course with them if possible. All right. So if it makes sense, go through the course with them. Go through the course with them. You get to learn. You have accountability. It's also a killer bonus. So what you do is you say, I haven't been through the 2021. I'm tipping my hand for my PLF promotion. Haven't been through the 2021 version, but I want to go through it. So what we're going to do as a bonus is go through it with you. Okay. So I'm going to make that one of my bonuses. I'm acknowledging I haven't been through it. I'm now going to focus on the fact that the 2015 and 2019 versions were amazing. And I'm going to highlight the fact that I've gotten to know Jeff over the years and that, I've just learned so much from him. And I'm going to highlight the fact that he's had tens of thousands of students who have gone on to do amazing things, including some in my own tribe, like people, some of you on here right now. At least I know one of you on here right now. PLF's been huge for you. So I'm going to highlight those things. And then I'm going to say, I'm looking forward to the 2021 version. So what I'm going to do is go through it with you. And I'm going to offer 8 weeks of effectively small group coaching, where you're going to come on and join me. And we're going to recap the first module or 2. And I'm going to share some of my notes and we're going to go through it together. Now, the benefit to me is I kind of forced to learn. I don't really have a choice. So I got that accountability, right? Like I can't just be like, show up for the first week and be like, all right, what'd you guys think of the first couple modules? And they're like, well, they're blah, blah, blah. What'd you think, Matt? Oh man, they were great. So the first video, it was just really good.
It was a great introduction.
The fourth lesson, man, that top-notch stuff. As always, Jeff's great. Yeah, so let's back to you guys. Let's talk about I can't do that. I have to go through it. I have to take notes. Like, in fact, as a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. I have my stack of notes. These are my first time I ever went through PLF. This is one. I got them all right here, actually. These. These are all, oops, I just knocked that off my head. I have to pick that up. These are my PLF notes. They're falling apart. Like some of these pages are just falling off the notebooks. 4 notebooks full. I probably won't fill as many this time, but what I'll do is highlight the things that I got specifically out of this version, or that I got out of it 6 years after going through it for the first time, after running 56 PLF style launches,
right?
Or so. Probably about 50 of them were PLF style. After working with Jeff and attending his events and hanging out with him and getting to know him, all these things, what did I still manage to learn going through the 2021 version? That's kind of a cool view. So like I said, it makes a killer bonus. And then 4th, rely more on the swipe copy. Okay, this is a practical tip here. I do not advocate copying swipe copy.
No.
I have a whole post. I think if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/swipe tips, Robbie, if you can double check that URL.
Yeah, I'll check.
99% sure that's the URL though. I talk about do not copy the swipe copy, but you may need to lean on it a little bit more. You may need to review some of it for some of those nuances. You may not know, like, I don't know what's new in the 2021 version of PLF. Again, going back to number 3, I'm excited to find out. I'm going to find out what's new with you in our 8-week bonus that, blah, 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 right? But I may need to lean on the swipe copy a little bit for some of the details. So again, going back to the Lexus RX, like I know all the features of our current SUV, right? I could tell you where this is and the cool thing that it does. And oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it did this till like after we'd had it for 2 years and things like that. I just learned the other day that I can say, play this song. I can press a button on the steering wheel and say, play Need to Breathe. And it'll just start playing all my Need to Breathe songs. I had no idea. I had no idea it actually did that. That's kind of cool. I don't have to like go search for Need to Breathe on the screen. That's a cool feature, right? I don't know what you can do in the Lexus LX. I have no flipping clue. So I'm going to look at the swipe copy, so to speak. I'm going to read the website and I'm going to learn some of those things. So you're probably going to need to lean on that a little bit more, and that's okay. You still want to write your own copy. You still want to use your own words, but just lean on that a little bit more. And then 5th, highlight the guarantee. Now, I always recommend highlighting the guarantee. If somebody has a 30-day money-back guarantee, 10-day money-back guarantee, whatever it is, highlight it. It's a big deal. But you can't promise results. Now, you really can't even promise results if it did work for you. But in this particular case, I don't have the ability to say, it worked for me. Oh my God, I made $200,000 in the first year. I'm not promising those kind of results, but it worked for me. So it probably will work for you. Oh, by the way, they have a 30. No, I'm going to really highlight the guarantee because I can say, okay, listen, I know, a similar thing worked for me, or I know this person, or it rates really well. But if it doesn't work for you, they have a 30-day, no questions asked money back guarantee. So I'm going to highlight that very, very deeply. So again, number 1, acknowledge that you haven't used the product and why. I didn't really touch on that earlier, but acknowledge the why. Hey, I don't use MailChimp because, boom, 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 right? I don't have a Lexus LX because boom, 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 right? Number 2, highlight the reason why you do believe in it. So go back to one of those 6 reasons or reasons. You may, if you have 3, you might not want to highlight all 3, depending upon, pick the 1 or 2 that's the best one and highlight those. 3rd, go through it with them. If it's a course, go through it with them. Make that a bonus. Again, you get the benefit of accountability. 4th, rely more on the swipe copy or the fact sheet or something like that. And 5th, highlight the guarantee. I know we have some questions, and I didn't answer Gwen's question, so I will touch on that. Yeah. But I want to answer the question because I saw a couple more come in.
Yeah.
But make sure to grab that checklist, the what to promote checklist, so you can just go through and score this and decide what to promote. mattmcwilliams.com/what to promote. And then we're going to answer questions, and then we're going to stick around and do a little send off to Robbie. So, Robbie, questions. What was Gwen's question? Can you promote 2 competitors, something like that?
Yeah. So at what point, or how often do you recommend 2 competing products and then give people the choice based upon what they need?
I mean, we do that on our resources page.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to mattmcwilliams.com/toolbox, you'll see a couple of instances where we do that. So let's say you're in the photography niche. Here's the $300 lighting kit that'll get the job done. And it's maybe not as portable and it's not as great. And here's the $4,000 lighting kit that's portable and blah, 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 right? MailChimp versus ConvertKit. I said earlier, free to start with, cost about $10 to start with. iDev affiliate versus Infusionsoft. iDev's like about $100. Infusionsoft's a couple $100, $300, $400 a month. Big difference, right? It's no different than recommending 2 of anything. There's price, there's experience level, there's features. A lot of times it really does come down to price because, the more features you have that maybe you don't need, the more expensive it is. But you don't need those features, so pay the less money.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's, no, this is the better thing for beginners and it costs $50 a month. This thing over here, it's actually only $20 a month, but it's really difficult to learn and it's more for advanced users. Well, that's an example where you might pay more if you're just starting out. So there's all types of reasons why you would do that. Specificity, like, okay, do you want to learn blues guitar, jazz guitar, electric guitar, or all guitar? Here's 4 options. Now, odds are the 3 specific ones are probably going to be a little bit cheaper or less expensive than the learn all guitar, the comprehensive guitar course. But it's not about the price. It's which one do you want to? I only want to learn blues guitar. Why are you going to buy the whole thing that teaches you how to play all these different styles of guitar? You don't care. You want to learn how to play blues guitar. And so those are some examples. I mean, they're the reasons why you would promote to competitors are virtually endless.
Yeah. Awesome. Maria asked a question. You were talking about using the swipe copy here, and she said, what if we promote supplements or something like that where you can't exactly rewrite the copy because it can lead to some non-compliance issues and stuff like that?
That's a great question. I'm not an attorney, nor did I stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, but most of the time, the reason for that is unsubstantiated claims. I took this supplement and I'm 10 times smarter. Are you really? Like, how do you, like, your IQ really went from you were at, well, like a 10 before and now you're at 100? I mean, not trying to be mean, but like, wow, that's amazing. I'm 10 times smarter today than I was when I was 3 because I'm 39 years older. That has nothing to do with the supplement I'm taking. So it's unsubstantiated claims is the reason for that. And so that's have a conversation with the affiliate manager. And a lot of those industries, they are going to lean towards the path of least resistance.
Yeah. And
in that particular case, you kind of are stuck with, with what you can say and do. And just talk to the affiliate manager. That's really the big thing. That was Maria that asked that, I believe. Yeah. Just have a conversation. And a lot of times what they'll do is say, well, if you're going to change it, run it by us. Yeah. Provided that we sign off on it, you're good. And I've actually had to deal with that before. Robbie, you know what I'm talking about.
Had a lot of
with a company, and it was you were allowed to change it. It was in the financial services niche. You were allowed to change the copy, but we had to approve it.
Right.
And I don't know if I should say this.
Probably not.
I probably shouldn't. I'm going to say it. I'll say this. I won't speak for me. When you email the affiliate manager asking for permission to do something, they will spend about 20 seconds looking at it. Most of the time, the affiliate manager, not me, is so excited that you actually email them and makes the assumption, again, not me, I don't do this, makes the assumption that you're legit, that because you reached out. Here's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid the scammer, the prototypical scammer, right? Lives in his mom's basement, and he's writing copy talking about, I took this and had shredded abs in 42 days. That's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to not get sued by the FTC. and so if you reach out to them and say, how is this? 99.9% of the time it's good. And so they kind of look, they give it a quick glance and go, yeah, you're good. Just the fact that you reached out. So again, I don't do that. I thoroughly review all of it. Because I have time for that. But anyway.
Totally.
All right.
So,
well, there we are.
Yeah.
So like I said, guys, real quick, go grab that checklist, mattmcwilliams.com/what to promote. Before we do send off, Robbie, make sure to come back next week. Same time, 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, September 16th. We're going to be discussing a topic that I, for the life of me, don't remember what we're talking about. But what the heck are we talking about? I'm going to look this up real quick.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you You want to talk about how you're going to be doing that next week?
Yeah. So speaking of which, do we have Alan on?
Yeah, I can bring him on. We got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people in the waiting room right
How to
now.
run an affiliate program in under an hour a day is next week's topic. So make sure, by the way, that you text me at 260-217-4619. Make sure you text me at that if you want to get like an alert for when we go live. Every now and again, I go live, even when I don't tell you I'm going to, but definitely next Thursday, 2 p.m., we're going to talk about how to run an affiliate program in under about an hour a day. Alan, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how are y'all?
I'm doing awesome. So I didn't really do a great job of telling you what we're doing right now.
It's all good. I got a text and I said, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to I know you've been a part of my community for 4 years or something. Mm-hmm. So you kind of saw like BR and AR before Robbie and after Robbie, and you've seen kind of the evolution of the company. And basically I just wanted to say, hey, come on and say nice things about Robbie, make him feel good before we say bye to him.
Robbie is, I tell people, Robbie's the nicest guy in online marketing, and it
kind of makes me feel like really bad. Actually,
no offense. It's just Robbie is just so nice. So it's just being able to be in your community and have a chance to interact with Robbie has been really cool. And so I have Robbie's email address and phone number, though, so he won't get away from me that easy. So I will call you like a jealous ex-girlfriend sometimes, and you know that. So
yep, I know.
So
Robbie is like, why did I give all these people my contact information?
That's right. That's right. So no, I'm excited for you. It looks like you're going to be going into dream work for you. So that is pretty cool. Good. Congratulations.
Yeah. Let's talk about that real quick, because I mentioned Robbie that, I mean, you said it, like, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't that you weren't even looking for something. Mm-hmm. This kind of came out of left field, but give us kind of a quick overview of what you're going to be doing. I mean, effectively, it's very similar to what you're doing for us.
It is, yeah.
One of the reasons why. But
the position is very similar to what I've been doing for you. We're going to be doing operations, project management, and scaling company. And the company itself is called Bright and Quirky, and they help kids and families who have children who are highly intelligent, but they still have some sort of disability. And so it's just kind of a mission, as much as I love affiliate marketing, as much as I love helping companies like that scale their programs through affiliate marketing, now using just being able to get in and be a little more hands-on. It's something that kind of touched my heart. And I was like, I got to move forward with this. Despite what I have to leave behind, maybe not necessarily leave behind, but
leave behind all my jokes. And I wonder how often, other people burn themselves live on on Facebook like I do, because it's not the first time I've ever done that. So yeah, I do. Like I said, I am super excited for you, just because of that mission, and I know it's not just a worthy mission, but it's something that's like, there. And I joked with Robbie. I told him, when we're in this process, like, he's making the decision, and I said, dude, I can beat him on everything, but I will just be fully transparent. I can't beat them on that. I believe what we're doing is super important, and we're impacting the world in different ways. We're helping companies like that to be able to improve their affiliate programs and grow, which is, super important. But I was like, man, I told him, I was like, I mean, if the American ALS Foundation, my dad passed away from ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. If they came along and said, we're looking for a CEO, we need you to leave your company. I mean, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I really don't know what I would do. There's something there, when it's in your heart. And so now the big announcement, though, that I teased earlier is the man you see on your screen. At least I see him right below Robbie. I don't know. Is what I see what people see? I don't even know.
It is, yeah.
Okay. So right below Robbie, this guy, Alan here is, he knows Robbie, has known him for a while now because he's in our Start Mastermind. All right.
Mhm.
He knows Robbie because, they've actually hosted, Robbie has his own platform at robbiemiles.com. And by the way, you guys should go totally check that out. And, if you're looking for productivity tips, go sign up on Robbie's site. Cause that's where if I ever share a productivity hack with you guys, it came from Robbie. And so, or by total accident. But they did a webinar together. We talked about this inside of Affiliate Insider Monthly, where, Robbie had like a cold list and mailed his list, had like 8 people show up for a webinar and made over $1,000 in commissions, from Alan. And so this guy that you see right below Robbie there is going to be the new face. He is going to be the new Robbie, so to speak. I'm tempted to just start calling him Robbie 2.
Robbie 2.
But that kind of mean.
I have to. Is my beard long enough? I was growing. Yeah,
I'm expecting. Week. I'm really kind of expecting you to get to work on that between now and next Thursday.
This is my now and next Thursday beard. So
okay, you're like me. You're like me. It's like I haven't shaved in 3 days. Really?
That's right.
Oh, I see that right there. I got a little bit of a baby face, thankfully. Or I was very not happy with it until I started getting gray hair because I looked like I was 12. But anyway, super excited about the gray hair. So Alan's going to be hosting with us. So you guys will get to interact with him, and that'll be super exciting. So I'm super stoked about that. There's never replacing Robbie on any level, but I'm going to try my best. Get kind of close.
I appreciate it. No, that's looking forward to it. It'll be a blast to do that.
Thank you, buddy.
Fun.
You guys will do great. Well, I know we got Brian.
Kick Alan out. Bring a couple other people on. See you, buddy.
We'll invite Brian in and Kurt in.
Brian, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? The family's back in town.
Hey guys.
How's everybody going?
Doing great. So basically, we're just kind of sending Robbie off, saying nice things about him, share a story, make fun of him. I'll let you guys. I'm not going to tell you what to say. You guys can say whatever you want to say. Say what you want to say. Just let the words fall out.
I'll probably just echo Alan. Like the first time I was introduced to Robbie, it was just like, this guy's really, really nice. So which is a good thing. I don't want it to be a bad thing, but this guy's like really super nice, and you can tell he's a good person to get along with. And I am thrilled that you're doing something what I call like your heart thing, because I think the more that you're aligned with your heart, the more that you're able to do it. You're into productivity. The more you're able to work that, easier. Because it's not something that's going to be a lot of energy for you. You just you want to do this. You'll get up any time of the day and night to do this because this is what you really want to do. So I'm super excited that's where you're headed right now, and just well wishes to you for everything that you're going to endeavor pretty shortly here. It's gonna be great.
Thanks so much, Brian. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Robbie.
Hey, Kurt.
Congratulations.
What's up, buddy?
Thanks so much.
So, I remember when Matt first hired you, he was like, there's this guy, productivity, coming on through. And then like a couple months later, there was all this stuff that you had done. And it's just amazing. And I remember one of the coaching sessions that I had with you, and you were just saying like, pick the top 3 things, start working on them, and just get to it. And my list is like 100 long, and it's just amazing. It's like, is it that easy? Just pick 3 things and work on them? Because otherwise I wouldn't do any of them. So I really appreciate you. I appreciate all that you've done for me, and I'm excited for you in your next journey.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. And I remember that specific start meeting. You're kind of frazzled. You're trying to figure out what to do. This is like, just pick one. And if it doesn't work, switch to the next one. So
yes.
Everybody who's watching, just take that advice. Think about that, like everything we talked about today. Just pick a product. It doesn't matter if you've used it or not. Find something and just take action.
Just get something done today. Right.
That's a good point. So. Yeah. And yeah, just to highlight, I mean, there were, I don't know, half a dozen times over the past couple of years where I was sick or whatever, and out of town, and Robbie would fill in for me. And then I would always hear like the next week, like all the good stuff that had come from that. And I feel like that's good because I think, having access to me in the mastermind's great, but hearing a different voice was good. And Robbie, very different. I mean, admittedly, we have very different like styles when it comes, like I'm pretty in your face, and Robbie's less in your face. We'll just put it that way.
I don't have to be in your face.
Robbie is a lot less removed from where a lot of our, mastermind members are. Yeah. Like I said, it's been 16 years since I've been in that like start mode. And sometimes I forget, as much as I try to remember what it was like to be in that position, it's sometimes it's hard, and it was good for everybody to hear from him. So the cool thing is, I will just make a pitch for Alan. Like the cool thing is with him coming in is, he's making some good progress, but he's not that far removed from being like, I'm broke and need money tomorrow. And it'll be really good for our members to probably hear from him every now and again too. So
yeah, that'll be great.
Well, Kurt and Brian, you guys are awesome. Good to see you guys. I haven't seen both of you in forever.
Yeah,
it's great to see you.
We are around.
Yeah, nice to see you, Brian.
We've seen you though.
We definitely see you guys.
Wait, like you mean here, not like outside my house, right?
Right.
Note to self. Enhance security.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.
It's kind of weird. Like you're like, I'm going to bring on Mary so she can say nice things about me. You get to pick who comes on. I have no side. I can't even see. Like, well, that's the thing is, for those of you who don't know, like when I say host, Robbie is hosting. This is actually on his account. We connect his account to my Facebook page. He's doing like he can mute me right now. And you got. Dude, I actually pretended like you muted me, and then you really did. That's funny. I like pretended that. That's funny. Anyway, hey Mary.
Hey Robbie.
Hey Mary.
You will definitely be missed. I remember meeting you a couple years ago in Start, and you've always been a wealth of information. Even when I've had my miniature meltdowns, you've always found a way to get me out of it. So I wish you a lot of luck, because what you're doing is really important. The kids need us in this world, right? They need good role models. They need good men, good women that are there to support and help them. And you are the epitome of a great man, because you really have a good heart and you really care about the people that you serve. So I'm excited to see what comes of this new adventure of yours. So thank you for everything.
Thanks so much, Mary. That's awesome.
If I can share one thing I thought was pretty cool, because so much of this has been about the mission. I got a message from the person that hired you, and said that there was another candidate that she wants to introduce to me as maybe somebody to replace. Said perfectly qualified, but didn't have, just like I didn't have that one thing to keep you. That person didn't have that one thing, and that was that connection. That the child, who's in that position, and that heart thing. And, like I think Brian said, I know over the past few years, your heart's been in this, and I know it's, I know there's times I own the business, and there's times where I wake up and I'm like, oh gosh, is Arby's hiring? Like I just don't want to do. I tell you how many times, like I probably said it 5 or 6 times in the past couple of years. There's times where I just want to go work with my hands and like just cut down trees all day or something. Just get nasty and gross and
cathartic about that.
Yeah, I don't want to do this sometimes, and I felt that way with every business where there's those days or those hours. But overall, it's like every day I'm waking up so excited. And I know you were as well. But yeah, that heart thing, I mean, I know she's super excited that you're going there, and like I said earlier, I'm super excited for you. But Mary, you hit the nail on the head. Just even me, you know, Robbie knows this. There are times where I'm like, call him up, like, I don't know how to do this. I remember, I'll give you guys a couple.
It's probably the same one I just thought of.
The book. No, that was one. I've got a couple. The one time I called Robbie up and I'm like, okay, here's the deal. We are so busy with back-to-back launches, but my book's 85% done. How do I finish the last 15%? I was like, I can't do that.
Painting a room when you called me. We were remodeling, and I'm painting while we're talking.
You said, can you write for 10 minutes a day? I was like, yeah, I can write for 10 minutes a day. And I ended up choosing 17. I chose 17 minutes. And I literally would go in the morning. So normally I would write first thing in the morning. And, you know, because my creative, I would go in and I would do all the stuff I needed to do. I would check the email and social media for the launch that we were running. And then I would take a quick break, 3-minute break, and I would set my timer for 17 minutes and I would write. And I gave myself 3 minutes more if I needed it, but that was it. And I finished the last 15 page, which is 15% of the book, which is like 14,000 words or something. I finished that, guys, in 17 minutes a day. And it was like, I just needed somebody to tell me that. You know, it was so cool. Instead of like, no, just take 2 months off from writing. That's not a good option. Or write for an hour a day still. That's not, I'm not going to see my family, you know, and I love that. And then what was the one you were thinking of?
That was the same one I was thinking of. I was like, I remember I'm painting this room and scraping the floor and like hammering stuff. I'm like, hope you don't mind that I'm nailing, you know, boards right now.
Robbie is a DIY expert. I don't know if you even knew that, Mary, but he is like, it was a running joke for like the first 18 months that he worked for us. We would talk on Mondays. And it's like, you know, so how's your weekend? And, you know, Mark would be like, yeah, you know, I went camping, or, you know, I lounged around the house. We had soccer on Saturday, went to church on Sunday. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we went on a hike on, you know, we went and played, you know, we had soccer Saturday morning, went on a hike Saturday afternoon, met the family for ice cream. Robbie's like, I built the cabinets for my kitchen from a raw hickory tree in my backyard that I chopped down with my bare hands. You know, it's always like, oh, I installed the electrical work for the entire lower half of the house. Oh, I put in the bathroom vanity and a new toilet. I mean, it was like literally, you know, or we painted an entire, you know, section. All of these crazy things. And so it was like, so we stopped asking, how was your weekend? It was like, so what'd you build this weekend, Robbie? What'd you install? What part of your house did you finish? You know, that became the new thing. So it was just kind of funny.
Too funny.
Too
funny.
Good luck.
Well, thank you, Mary. I appreciate it.
But I still have you on DM if I need you.
Exactly.
Yep. Anybody else hiding, Robbie?
No, that's everybody.
All right. Well, thank you, Robbie, and thank you, everyone. If you've had any interaction with Robbie, so whether you're watching this live or you're watching this, you know, in the future, please drop a note in the comments there and just you know, share something that, you know, he's done for you or said to you, or some impact that he's made. And here's what I can say: if you've followed me for any length of time, he's definitely impacted you, because everything from the rhythm that we have with our content to the way that we organize things, and the fact that, I mean, gosh, even the fact that like things like the podcast sounds good, that's indirectly because of Robbie, you know, is one of the people that, you know, played a role in helping those things. And I can tell you that I'm better at what I do. And I'm able to come to one of the reasons I'm able to come to this with so much energy right now and consistently come to these with energy is because I'm not stressing out about the other things in our business. And so I'll just say this as we wrap up, that, you know, Robbie, you've left us in a great place. And the cool thing about it is, like, while I joke and say, you know, gosh, like, you're responsible for all this stuff and it kind of sucks that you're leaving, and it does, don't get me wrong, you've put the systems in place. And I think also you've put that kind of the right, you put me in the right frame of mind to be able to not only hold down the fort while we're trying to find a replacement, and feel like we're going to function, but also to be able to, when we do find a replacement, for me to be able to work better. And I'm super excited about that. So Again, super excited for you, your family, because this is going to be an amazing, really, really cool opportunity. So guys, do make sure to come back next week. Like I said, same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, September 16th. We're going to talk about how to run an affiliate program in just an hour a day. If you're watching the replay, make sure to mark your calendar. Or if you're not watching the replay, just mark your calendar as well. And text me at 260-217-4619. Not only are you going to get a reminder when we go live, but I also send out some other cool stuff via text. And it's probably pretty much where I hang out the most. Like everybody knows, you email me. I'm not the best at responding to emails. You text me, I'm going to respond. So do that. And I'll see you guys with a new host a week from now.